Alright, so hopefully I figured out the lighting a little bit more better this time around. But yeah, so how's it going, guys? This is SpiderCo64, and I am finally here to give you all my review. Yes, my review on Marvel Studios' new film, the one before the one movie we have to that I don't know that comes out before Spider-Man. So yeah, but yeah, so we're here to talk about Eternals. Finally, I did see this movie. Um, Not the day it came out, but you know how it goes. You watch on the Friday, but actually with this movie, I actually seen it twice. Yeah, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, considering that I for one was, well, let's just say I was not really looking forward to this movie. Now, the one thing I do want to get straight out of the way, and that is, I really do feel bad for this. I really do feel like this movie, it just had so much against it, and I just think that that is just I don't know. Like, I don't think a movie really deserves this much, did deserve as much against it, and whatnot, sort of have you. But, I mean, come on. I had faith in Marvel that they could pull off that they could pull off the Eternals and whatnot, sort of have you. So, you'll know how the way this review goes. I'm going to give you what I like. And, well, no. This time around, I'm going to give you the bad, and I'm going to give you the good. And there is for me, there's a lot of bad, and then there's a lot of good with this whole movie. So let's just get that straight out of the way. Let's talk about the bad stuff in this movie. uh this movie was way too long. Yeah, way too long, and it was kind of boring in some places. And considering that we have 10 characters in this movie, didn't have enough time to develop them. And also, another thing too is that most of the characters in this movie, well, are they either generic or as just bland as any other. I guess we can say they're just as bland as any other character. I mean, I don't know. You could replace them with anyone, and they would still, um, be better. Honestly. And this also goes also to another point, and that is really I couldn't really relate, or I really couldn't get into the characters either, and whatnot, sort of have you. I mean, there were some that were like, oh, he's pretty cool. Like, I gotta say, my favorite character, I have to say, was probably maybe was it maybe Gilgamesh? Probably he was my favorite one. I don't know, just because. I mean, I don't know. Maybe because I think he was played well by his respected actor and whatnot, sort of have you. But I mean, hell, I don't know. I just really don't know. Like I said, I just really couldn't get into the characters and whatnot, sort of have you. Another complaint that I also did had is, out of all the MCU movies, I kind of gotta say, I mean, okay, I mean, it's a trend to basically say that the MCU movies, all of them, have bad color grading and whatnot, sort of have you. But really for this movie, the color grading was pretty bad. I mean, I didn't really like the suit designs and all that, sort of stuff and whatnot, sort of have you. And I don't really feel that there's big enough stakes in this movie. I mean, okay, I don't know. I was kind of like, oh, big giant, tall celestial wants to kill the Earth. Wants to kill Earth. Okay, that's good. That's good right there. But yeah, I mean, God. So I mean, shit. I'm really trying to remember what else is just really what irks me about this. What irks me about this movie, because those are the only things I can name of at the moment. Now, a few things that I just want to say is that if you're expecting this review for me to complain about there being diversity in this cast, there being a gay kiss in this movie, and basically everything else, this is not the review. You can go watch The Phantom Menace. They probably already, um, goddamn, I don't even want to touch. I don't even want to touch a single video of theirs talking about Eternals and all that sort of stuff. But I mean, just I mean, I don't know. And I mean, like I said before, I really do feel bad for this movie because this really did have a lot against it, and it just did. I don't think it deserves it. It certainly does deserve criticism, like I said before. All right, now I kind of want to talk about the good stuff about this movie. So the good stuff about this movie, I did like the world building a lot, and basically when there was the whole Celestials coming in and all that sort of stuff. I thought they were cool. The Celestials, I think they're really really cool, and I really, and I mean hell, ever since we saw them in Guardians, and then we saw Ego. I mean, I want to see more Celestials. Definitely want to see more Celestials. Hopefully, we will get some pretty soon, and I don't know, and all that sort of stuff. And definitely one thing for sure is that this film is definitely really interesting, and the whole Eternals concept is also a very interesting one because if you don't know the story, basically Jack Kirby left Marvel to go to DC, which he created the New Gods. That's where Darkseid comes from. Apocalypse, New Genesis, all that stuff comes from. And basically, when he came back to Marvel, basically he created the Eternals and kind of wrapped up some storylines here and there. And basically, the world of Jack Kirby is just really, really great. And I do like seeing it explored a lot in this movie, which I think it's really good. I really think it was really damn cool to see Jack Kirby, his characters come to life. And hey, no one can ever expect there to be, an Eternals movie and all that sort of stuff. So I mean, yeah, and the music was also pretty fine as well. And also, I will say one thing though, Icarus, he was pretty cool. I thought Icarus was pretty cool, and also the twist with him was also very good as well. Yeah, but I mean, other than that, I really don't have much to say about this movie. Though I will say this though, first time initial watching it, I didn't really like it as much, but in the second time viewing it, I liked it a lot more, and all that sort of stuff. It was weird because the friend I was watching with was like, "Yeah, it was okay." I mean, that was just his initial reaction, and I'm like, I mean, hey, come on, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. But, I mean, this movie, I mean, it's heavily flawed, I think. Heavily, heavily flawed and all that sort of stuff. And, the interesting thing is that they do introduce two characters in this movie that I'm looking forward to seeing, which is Dane Whitman, Black Knight, and then we got Arrows being played by Harry Styles. So that's crazy to see. Star Fox. So, um, I mean, hey, I mean, this is definitely opening up the doors for the MCU going forward, and that is something that I like to see more of. But I'm not too sure if I want to see these characters pop up. Hopefully, let's see if I could get a good light in. Hopefully, in maybe Eternals 2 or when they make another one, which I mean, I don't see, which I'm not really anticipating for. I'm not really hyping it up and all that sort of stuff. But